Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait, need a light year just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the Detroit Lions.
Mike Batchley set to kick off.
It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Eason. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. Play action. It's Eason. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
A loss of 8 yards.
Eason on second down. And he'll find Hall. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They go play action with Eason. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Well, how about the passing numbers so far on this first drive?
Oh, no doubt about it. They're flinging it around pretty successfully. And look at the start. The confidence level that we see in him rising because he's hit a few early. And how about the last one? The big shot right there.
On first down, Jacob Eason. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here on their opening drive, but instead 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Eason. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
1st down, Washington.
Now Eason. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Gibson.
The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 20-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
1st and 10, Eason. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Number 80.
A 12-yard touchdown grab. And Washington going to add on to their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Aldrich Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Drake. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll look to throw here. This one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Drake. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Drake. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes this Washington 14. Lions 7. Michael Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Touchdown, Washington.
A
big play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. It's his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. A pretty wild first quarter, 21-7, our score.
21, Lions 7.
Completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. He's going to let this one go deep. And knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Back to throw again. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. stop to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And out of bounds right around the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Is that an interception? It's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Here's Eason off the play fake. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
On first down, Eason. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. From the gun is Eason. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. First and 10. Eason. That one slants to McLaurin. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Second down, here's Eason. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
PAT will extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
most, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
On second down now, it's Gibson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
On third down, Eason. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah.
Brandon, these cornerbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get two hands on the football and pick it off.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
7-yard line.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Going up top. He's got him in. Complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down. Inside the 30. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Badgley's kick is good. And the deficit as it drops now from 21 down to 18. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Mike Badgley set to kick off.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. This is T.J. Logan to return it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
You're my partner. Right there with me.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35.
That first down pass. Intercepted. The Lions take over 1st and 10.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they...
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A big... play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. Badgley on for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes this Washington 28, Lions 17. Michael Badgley set to kick off.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 43. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
Rosas lining up for the extra.
Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is. And this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we've got a backup who's warmed up and has come into the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
Fielded in the end zone. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now on first down, he'll drop the throw. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Oh, my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Their own 44-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll throw on first down with Eason. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
To number 86.
That goes for a gain of 31.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
Play action. It's Eason. And his throw here is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Throwing again. Eason. And he comes back with one complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. 13 yards there and a Washington first. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. They'll get this to Antonio Gibson, complete. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Eason eluding the pressure right. It's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Rosas to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes this Washington 42. Lions 17. Aldrick Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. Right side here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
It's a gain of 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to slip. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A first down and then some. 36 yards. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson.
Complete.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Second and 7, operating from the 34. And now here's another interception. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Washington.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Eason. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back now at Ford Field. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On first down, Jacob Eason. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Eason, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Washington on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Eason. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Here's Eason to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play call. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Drake. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. this one to his running back out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. And sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Eason. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Eason. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Off play action. Eason. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
1st down, Washington.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Touchdown.
Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one.
25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Washington touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Aldrich Throsa set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
On second down, it's Drake. He's going to take him down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this has dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one has gone as time has run out on this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And